Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, where we challenge the noise, rethink the rules, and talk about how to live smart, free, and well. Today's topic: why looking poor might just be the smartest way to live well. In a world obsessed with flexing, we're exploring why the people who don't show off often have the most control, the most peace, and yes, the most wealth. Let's get into it. We live in an age obsessed with appearances. Social media bombards us with curated lives and expensive aesthetics, pushing the idea that wealth equals success and happiness. But beneath this surface, a quieter truth lives. Looking poor, intentionally downplaying one's wealth or status, can be a surprisingly effective strategy for living well. This isn't about glamorizing poverty or romanticizing struggle. It's about control, security, freedom, and sanity. In a world where flash invites pressure, envy, and exploitation, modesty can be a shield. The less you look like you have, the more you can protect what you've actually got. 1. The psychology of perception. Humans judge based on appearances. This isn't just shallow, it's instinct. Our brains are wired to make rapid assessments. When someone sees a luxury car or designer clothes, they make assumptions. Wealth, status, maybe even intelligence. But the reverse is also true. Dressing simply, living modestly, driving a used car, it signals something else. Maybe frugality, maybe irrelevance. And that's the trick. Looking poor can render you invisible to the wrong kind of attention. People who flash wealth are often subconsciously signaling availability for deals, for connections, for competition. Those who look poor are often left alone. They control the narrative by not playing the game. This isn't about deceit. It's about freedom from assumptions that come with wealth signaling. 2. Security and safety. One of the least discussed benefits of looking poor is safety. Conspicuous wealth attracts thieves, scammers, and opportunists. In cities where inequality is sharp, flashy appearances can make someone a target. On the other hand, dressing down, not showing off, and avoiding luxury brands reduces risk. Consider travelers who blend in. They're less likely to be overcharged, robbed, or harassed. The same principle applies to daily life. If you look like you don't have much, fewer people come after what they think you've got. It's a simple risk management strategy. The less you advertise, the less you risk. 3. Freedom from expectations. Wealth, or the appearance of it, brings expectations. If you show up in expensive clothes, people expect you to spend big, act the part, maybe pick up the tab. You're held to higher standards. But when you look poor, or at least modest, those expectations disappear. You're freer to say no, to keep boundaries, to live on your own terms. This kind of freedom can extend into work, social relationships, even family dynamics. Looking poor can be a form of minimalism, not just in possessions, but in obligations. You don't owe anyone a performance of wealth. You can focus on what actually matters: health, time, peace of mind. 4. The financial advantage. Looking poor often goes hand in hand with actually living below your means. This is the foundation of real financial stability. People who don't spend to impress can save more, invest more, and worry less. The performance of wealth is expensive. But the real thing? It's often quiet. Wealthy individuals like Warren Buffett or Ingvar Kamprad, IKEA's founder, were famous for their modest lifestyles. They weren't interested in impressing strangers. Their frugality allowed them to build and maintain fortunes. Looking poor lets you keep your resources instead of leaking them for validation. 5. Avoiding the status trap. Status is addictive. Once you start chasing it, it's hard to stop. New clothes, new car, better house. Each one resets the baseline. You start needing more just to feel the same. This is the hedonic treadmill. But if you look poor or just average, you step off it. You're no longer trapped in comparison. This is powerful because status games are zero-sum. If someone moves up, someone else moves down. But when you stop playing, you win. You define success on your own terms. Looking poor removes the pressure to constantly upgrade. You get to stay focused on your actual goals. 6. Relationship clarity. One of the subtle benefits of looking poor is filtering. When people think you don't have much, their behavior changes. Some disappear, others treat you the same. This is data. It reveals who values you for who you are, not what you have. Looking poor helps clarify relationships. It's a way to see who's real. This matters not just in romance, but in friendships, business, and community. When you downplay wealth, you attract those who aren't looking to gain from it. This simplifies life. Fewer users, more authenticity. 7. The art of the low profile. Looking poor is part of a broader philosophy, keeping a low profile. In a loud world, this is rare and powerful. It means you don't draw unnecessary attention. You don't broadcast your moves. You operate quietly, effectively, without interference. This isn't hiding, it's choosing not to be on display. It's especially useful for people who want to build something without distraction. Artists, entrepreneurs, parents, thinkers. Looking poor buys space to work without eyes on you. 8. Cultural and historical perspectives. Across cultures and history, many influential figures have embraced modesty. From Buddhist monks to Stoic philosophers, simplicity has been linked to wisdom. Even religious texts often warn against the pride of wealth. In modern times, movements like stealth wealth and quiet luxury echo this. The richest people often don't look it. The goal isn't to seem broke, it's to seem normal. Because normal is safe, efficient, and under the radar. 9. Counter-arguments and critiques. Some argue that looking poor is deceptive, or that it denies others the inspiration of success. There's truth in this. If everyone hides success, how do others learn what's possible? And for marginalized communities, looking successful can be a form of pride and resistance. The key is balance. Looking poor isn't about shame, it's about strategy. You can still share your wins, but you choose when and how. You don't lead with it. You lead with substance. 10. Living well on your own terms. At the core, looking poor is about autonomy. It lets you control how the world interacts with you. It gives you breathing room. In a culture of performance, it's a kind of rebellion. You're not trying to prove anything. You're just living well, quietly, intentionally, securely. Living well doesn't have to look like a magazine spread. It can look ordinary, even boring from the outside. But inside, it's stable, peaceful, free. That's the paradox. By looking poor, you can live richly. Looking poor isn't about pretending. It's about protecting. It's about walking lightly in a heavy world. It's a strategy for peace, for focus, for financial strength. In an age of flexing, choosing not to perform is powerful. Sometimes the best way to live well is to not look like it. That's it for today's video. If you found value in this, give it a like. It helps way more than you think. Drop a comment below. Do you think looking poor is a power move or a missed opportunity? I want to hear your take. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and join the crew that's ditching the flex for real freedom. Until next time, live simple, think deep, and stay sharp.